Whatever they say. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Cashapp, Millennial, Lloyd? What's cracking? What's cracking?
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment, and they're framing it to us as innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening, and I can equate it to like the golf.
Yeah, I'm special forces from the streets. Will bust anyone and bust anyone's ass, and I got a team.
Bringing in like these robots, they would like to be
Bad team.
forced to learn us in every tiny detail.
Righteous.
Not to
A real
empower
team.
us, but to actually
That's all I can
transform
say.
us into a robotic simulation.
And they can't be
that is
dragged
under
out or
control.
nothing. They just watch and observe it. And they don't have to sneak around with little air guns and heart attack makers, blowfish and other chemicals. They don't have to do all the goofy things, all right? It's about love and respect and courtesy and all that good stuff. Not a bunch of dead things who came back but forgot what they came back for. A special force nobody knows nothing about. Not trained to be the don't use our term, special forces. That's for the state. That's for the capital. That's for the wankers. That's no. They don't disrespect them. Even though I was training to become one, I'm grateful for what I am. Nothing special about it either. That's pretty bad. That was awesome. I seen more death than half of them guys put together. Now, as far as what I've done, that's nobody's business. But I like that question. It's a pretty nice one. I know a bunch of guys though. And if they were sitting here, they'd be like, nah, let Red be. You keep him how he is now. They tell you that. A lot of y'all have no clue. Become excellent shooters. We're good as team operators. Some are actually exceptional because they can overcome a lot of things. We're not even talking about the guys who are beyond tier 1. The guys who accept pain and even allow themselves to, you know what I mean? The majority of these ones today, well, they egos and betrayal and blah, 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 on and on. It's so much. I would never want to be part of that. That's why I was going to the French Foreign Legion. Just to be a highly motivated and trained soldier, you know. It's for the training and the tests. I know I would have done great till my friends went and they became legionnaires. And they were like, and I got them in shape. And they didn't even like cold water. They didn't like to swim. One of them couldn't really swim. I've always been shooting. The guys who I'm with, even Ganja, I'm not Army or none of that. I'm better shot than all of them. Ask Wes, ask him. And I sometimes I dumb myself down. Knife fighting, you name it. Hand to hand, don't care what it is. That's why they gotta try and poison so many people, because they're afraid of what some individuals are capable of. Like I said, I never stopped training. I used to always make sure my TV was unplugged. I used to go to places where there's nobody can observe, and I'd push myself to where I wish I had a phone to call 911. That's how nasty I treat myself when I was wanting to push myself beyond the scope. Now in the military, I know I hurt myself training and stuff, but I kept going. I don't let Hollywood define stuff. You get Marcus Luttrell, his whole story is a lie. I knew a guy that said that's a lie. I was talking to him about the movie. I said, this movie's pretty good. Mark Wahlberg, blah. He's like, that movie was a lie. I was like, huh? And he's saying people they had a Overwatch watching the whole thing. Yeah, you know what? I don't even want to talk about that, because it would be a disrespect to the people who are really, really good at the job they do. I ain't talking about the ones who get up the CIA and they're on our own soil and performing bad duties, working with stealing children and all the other stuff, the Zionist ideology, because they have theirs as well. I cannot disrespect the Army, the PJs, pararescue, you know, the SEALs, the MARSOC. They were trying to get rid of them. The Recon, the Delta, the Rangers. I can't, there's no way. I know too many good brothers out there. But you have the narcissists, you have the idiots who have been grafted in to be something other than. And they're no good, some of them. Like anything else. I knew this morning when I felt sick, I was like, okay, whatever, a little diarrhea, blah, blah, blah. From the medical perspective, I was like, that's abnormal. I'm too healthy, I'm too strong in the gym. The cowards, you know, there's individuals doing dumb things. I'm looking at a fake old Jew over here right now. He's got IDF pants on. I would hope that he's over here because my thing's on. All you gotta do is walk up to the window and say, come out, be like, let's go on the grass. Let's step on the concrete. Real quick. Even in my worst feeling, I would. Whatever that feeling is, I'd throw it off real quick. Snatch his vertebrae at his back. I'm not evil or mean. I don't like that stuff, but I'm being honest. Y'all still haven't told me. You asked the question, tell me what's the relationship between the dragon and the wolf? I'm physical just like everybody else. There's nothing hidden. There are some things different. There's a reason why I chew tobacco. There's a reason why I take certain mineral supplements. There's a reason why, even though I sun gaze, why I wear shades, a certain kind of shade, not like y'all's. There's a reason. There's a reason to everything. Be in your age group, mind your manners. Stop listening to anybody telling you otherwise. Be righteous, be upright, be good to yourself, learn who you are, not what you want to be compared to what somebody else did because you want to follow the leader. Be your own leader. Be contestable to yourself. Be an existence and example to why you came back. Find out. Let's play some music.
Drink paper or you stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm getting space easy, y'all. Bust stuck in the case, face off. After this shit, the stage is a fake, they fraud. That'll start intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect custom practice.
Be the decent, good person that or individual you're supposed to be, okay? All of you are marvelous. You just don't know it. Y'all are really, really good people. You just don't know it. Do not let what's been grafted in this world define you. Don't. Oh, there are other things here. There are certain individuals you look at, they're not who you think they are. Not at all. And this is not aliens and cowboys. Trust me. I'm just an old engine. One of the good guys. I know the bad guys. But you on crack? You on crack? You on crack, buddy? That's sad. They got programs you can get some help in. You know that? Yeah, you're bye. You're not even worth it, bro. You're not even worth it, bro. You gotta go. Hey, what's going on? Korea. Hey, Eric. Appreciate you, bro. The other guy, something was wrong with him. Okay. Okay, SK. Okay. Okay. I like when the new teammates be acknowledging each other without saying nothing. It'd be funny. Y'all are so brand new. Well, one of the old timers can't stand some of y'all. Unbelievable. Very, very sad state. And you don't have to be muscle bound and big. You don't have to be 200. I'm back up to about 212 pounds. Don't even ask. I don't eat a lot. But I've been doing a lot of workout. And like I said, today I felt a little under the weather. I still got to breathe. I got to do some meditating. After I do this, I'm going to be doing that. Oh, wait, I'm not smiling. I know some people going to think I'm smiling, right? No, it just looks that way. No. Oh, niece. Let's see, niece is just Hey, niece, yeah, I'm live right now.
Everybody back off. Like everybody like toward that school. Everybody successful. But like Trump, give me. Push. Step. Push. That's going on. It's like nobody ever stopped.
He dropped his coffee mug. Oh, he got it. Yo, I was about to go and pick it up and take it to him. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sit up on the back of his truck. Yeah. He's gonna rather say thanks. Yeah. I was about to go and try and grab it and try and chase him down because there's a dog one and everything. But anyway, let's go ahead and just cut that. I always figure some of the new age individuals are going to come around and ask dumb questions that they ask. I would expect them to think better and not be as stupid as it's like the sheriff's department. I watch a couple of individuals, ex-police officers and attorneys who represent individuals who are done wrong by certain departments or certain individuals. Some of the departments actually got guys to speak up and even step out. And some of those guys are ex-special operators. Like only special forces would be Delta, and the guys who are above that, Green Berets, like everybody else is an operator. Special forces operator. They're not special forces. I in the Navy was doing my best, and I was a blackout drinker, and I wanted to get away, and I wanted to do something that would, something that I never thought I wanted to do. There was no movies. It wasn't, John Wayne, the Green Beret, and the Navy SEAL. All that wasn't my drive. You gotta remember, I went in 84, 85. I wanted to test myself because I knew I was Buckeye strong. There were things that I was doing that people were sitting there going, what is this guy on? I mean, they literally had piss tested me once because they thought I was on steroids. Well, that's what I heard. I don't know if it was true. I thought they might have been messing with me. You know, it used to be like two of us would load 500-pound bombs. Like 2 of us literally were hernia bars. Like load like 16 500-pound bombs like consecutively. I literally by myself, the only one loaded an AIM-9 Sidewinder missile, or 2 of them by myself on the USS Nimitz. They just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did it. I took it off the Christmas tree, I racked it, got it up, pushed it up, got it in, locked it down. Even went as far as to do the flare test and all that. I did it. There's no ego. You know, go give it a shot. Even after the accident, I knew I was hurt because I was youth and testosterone and you know, pills. I still performed, you know. But I had a serious issue with drinking, like most. I had a very serious issue with drinking, really bad. Like, wake up, don't remember nothing. I mean, literally. I was still hiding from pain that, you know, I didn't, nobody guided me and directed me to look beyond it. I wasn't suicidal or nothing like that. I wanted to accomplish things, and I was young, I guess you'd say. And I really, really wanted to push myself. And I didn't mind if I would have passed on. I didn't, you know, I wasn't even aware, well, all the things I've seen or whatever, to accept what I was or who I am, like most of you. But I know guys that are in prison who are tougher than 90% of them. When I say tough, I'm talking about, even though they experiment, they shoot them up with crap and all that other stuff. I know guys in prison who would just, I'm talking about strength beyond, I mean, I knew guys, man, holy smack. It's like Crawford, you know, got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital. I knew guys that literally, you know, took a person's life that shot him like 3 or 4 times. A good friend of mine growing up was down in Florida, and some Jamaican or somebody stabbed him, and he was dying, and he took the knife and killed him before he died. Chased him down. And people say that's adrenaline. Not every case is like that. I know individuals. Anyway, that's negative stuff, and I don't like really having those conversations. I don't have no great expectations of any of that. My hat's off to them. And many don't come home, and there are many nobody know nothing about. And you have some magnificent guys who believed in the Constitution and before they go numb and everything else in the country, and they believe in what they're doing, you know, and you gotta respect them. As somebody who's a veteran, Navy veteran at that, I always pushed myself to be as a soldier, even though I was Navy. It's a lot of us did. We made it our business, because what if the ship goes down and we manage to get it on ground? We have to perform and work with them and listen and learn to listen to them, you know. So we would go out there with some of them and train with them. When I was in the Navy, I trained with Marines and Army guys, man. Don't get it twisted. Yes, I did. Like I said, a good friend of mine became a Navy SEAL. I've been looking up, trying to look him up. Maybe he went on to be more. I don't know. You know, he was a really good guy. He was my best friend. He was higher ranking. I was E3 going to E4. He was the E6, and he trained his butt off. And he went to the teams. He was in Taekwondo like me, and you know, a really good guy. Matter of fact, he was my supervisor for a while in the Gidon. And they let him, you know, he was a machinist mate, and they let him, I guess, do his thing, all his training and stuff. He had his package together and all that, and he went. A couple of years later, I was over in HS5, and we had transitioned to H60s, Blackhawks, and we were doing tethered duck. And He saw me, I saw him, I was like, yo, Smitty, you know. So, yeah, you know, I knew a few others too. I knew a guy, I'm not gonna get into that one. He's not here no more. So I had a friend of mine who was Army Ranger. He committed suicide about 9 years ago. Like I said, I knew one of the original Black Cats, the Hindu Special Forces guys. I can't say his name. It's the way it is. Older guy, much older. But regardless of that, y'all see what's up there. Minneapolis. As y'all, I'll just do the research. I don't want to get too deep into it, but those Somalis or Ethiopians, whatever, they done turned that into like they done took over. Like, well, that's what's going around. Who would let something like that happen? Minneapolis? Ain't that where the... Anywho, you can't believe everything that you hear, right? I'm gonna see if I can pull something up. All right. Y'all still there? Put a 1. I just want to make sure you guys still there. Because, you know, if they come in, that means they want to hijack the live and all that stuff. And then, you know, it doesn't faze me. I just go out and come back in. Because I know that a bunch of you guys would be here. And you guys would, you know, y'all respond always. You chat. So if that's not the case, I can go back out and come back in and create another one. Appreciate it, Lloyd. Appreciate you, Lloyd. So let's pull this up and see what we can pull up, all right? There is no evidence or reporting suggesting the Somali community in Minneapolis will simply control the city. Instead, reports indicate a growing interest in political representation to address local issues such as affordable housing, blah, blah, blah. So let's put another one. That's not what I've been hearing. I'm not going to look at the date on that because you know the AI lies like that. We know that Omar, whatever name, he's running for which call unless he got in. Let me pull this up. I was going to do this beforehand, but I said I'll do it right now. Okay. So it is. They're stating that Somalis have officially taken over Minneapolis. All right, so you can go and listen to Brendan Lehaman, who's a Jew, and see what he says about it if you want to get further in it. But it's not that they care about Americans or anything. They're always going to put themselves first. You know, you got to remember that Somalis are Ethiopians. You got to remember that what America did over there, and one of their puppets and everything else. And what was the reason behind it? You know, the government. Let's put it like that. All right. We all call it the military-industrial complex, whatever. Hold on. Anyway, I just want to make sure these guys look a little wild. I want to make sure they don't try and run over the geese. I'm going to take the phone and I'm going to take pictures if that's the case. I want to get them in the video. That right there. That's T. Okay, they're walking away. Anyhow, hey Warren. Yeah, look into it. See what they're saying. If you want to research it. I don't put nothing past anything, what's going on and everything like that. To me, it's all theatrics, and anyone that wants to buy into it. Okay, I'm not saying. Okay, update now. Update now. Okay. There you go. All right. I just find it could be problematic for the individuals who are there or not. There's a lot of bantering and stuff going on. And you know, people don't understand how civil wars start. I don't see how they even call it civil war, but that's playing on the ideology of before the Reconstruction period, when the hostile take over our land by the very individuals who doing what they're doing over there in Palestine, and who have been subjugating our people with other hands for a long time. If you want to utilize Theodore Albert Herzl or whoever, then so be it. I don't have the ability or strength to hold any of them. I don't care. You know what I mean? What matters to me is today, now. But other than that, everything is plain as day for those who can see. Now, on the other hand, besides that, talking about military and special forces and all that, so Trump was threatening Chicago, right, with bringing in, you know, National Guard, and he had a couple individuals talking big spank about, you come over here, the YNs got switches and all that. Let me say this, man. Chicago, you ain't that bad, man. Stand down. The military got stuff, bro. Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. The military got stuff. Besides the new generations of thoughtful and thoughtless individuals, and a lot of foreigners, a switch ain't nothing. That's not wasting bullets. Anybody who's tactical knows about shooting rifles. You're not going to be sitting there, it's unnecessary. You're going to be acquisition acquiring fire. It's one shot, you know, one kill. I mean, that's just the truth. And these guys, listen, I got scopes, man. I reach out and my stuff be keyed in. You can ask any of the guys to shoot with me. And besides that, they got snipers and everything. They could be a quarter mile away on a rooftop, know how y'all move, and position themselves triangularly or whatever around, and take any one of y'all out. They can see through the walls. Listen here. What up, cuz? Good work. You got some good information? Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah. Y'all saw. Yeah. Oh, get the key, man. Yeah, I felt a little sick, man. I was like, whoa. But I think it's just me. No, I think it's just me healing. I'm hurting. You know what I mean? But ain't no telling. But anywho, right? Those switches don't mean nothing. And then I've seen over 1,000 fist fights with you guys. Ew. You got guys who've been doing jiu-jitsu for a minute, and you got some heavy hitters in there who box. Like a lot of us who box went in the military, smokers back then. I don't think they have smokers now, but you got guys who can scrap. You know what I'm saying? I mean scrap. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, y'all just a minuscule percent, not even a percent in society. I don't think we're not talking about the UN here. We're talking about people from your town in the military and everybody else's town. Like, I was sitting there telling one of my people, I think somebody put that idiot up to say that. Oh, he doesn't smoke, because the weed y'all smoke today is high in THC. It's like 30 and 40%. Real THC ain't that high, y'all. It's like medicinally, like 12, maybe 15%. You know, and these guys are smoking like 8 blunts a day. Their minds ain't wrapped right. Besides the crap they're eating. Y'all are no way, shape, or form ready to fight any military. Now, I know, Vietnam, blah, 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 blah. That was a whole society working together to push us out, the French, and they did. That's like people fighting in the mountains wearing, y'all call it ragheads, which is a very disrespectful thing to say for, you know, the Arab communities, with flip-flops. Kandahar Mountains, I mean, come on, in the snow. You cats ain't, it don't matter how cold they get there, and y'all jump in the river and heal up without freezing. Like, y'all need to, when y'all see individuals step out and say these things, y'all need to address those idiots, man. They're stupid. I'm not meaning to defame and this, that, and the other, but calling this Iraq, boy, y'all are the farthest thing from Iraq than you can imagine. It's because y'all got some things going pop, 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 pop. So does everybody else. Fun switches are legal now. It ain't like we don't all have them. I mean, I got 2 full, anyway, y'all know that, and they're well put away. Someone's that happened to me, they got full access to them and they belong to them. 2 I bought, you know. Right when that crap went through in 86, I got mine in 85, you know, down there in Florida. I bought 2 out of the last, I think, like 6 full autos they had. I jumped right on them. I bopped out, I think, 500 for each one. I sure did, you know. Yo, okay, yeah. You got it? So you gonna bop us some eggs? Yeah, I'll probably come do some up here too. I gotta get something else other than that protein crap. Yeah, it's crazy. But it should be back there. Yeah, all that stuff back there, bro. But like I was saying, you know, those switches don't mean nothing when you're dealing with the National Guard. Man, they could put 10 of them lined up across the street and they will lay everybody down and everything. They got shoulder mounted, they got stuff, they got drones, man, y'all better stop playing them video games. Y'all, the video games got people acting kind of retarded, man. This is what I'm talking about, conditioning. Excuse the term retarded. All right, mentally, but no, mentally handicapped means mentally handicapped. No, Chicago, you young, you calling yourself YNs, you acting kind of retarded, man. Yeah, and then go online and make threats like that. You can't really back it up. You run around killing one another. You haven't even come back to do what you're supposed to do, man. Like, I don't. That's like somebody asked me about Charlie, right? Charlie Kirk. Whether it was theatrics or it was real, regardless of what we know what we're seeing, he was not a racist, people. He was calling it based on the caliber of how you move today. Why is it so hard to see that when a lot of y'all, especially liberals, are moving in a way that expresses exactly what he was saying? I mean, whether Martin Luther King was a fraud or not, right? At the end of the last speech he gave, regardless of who wrote his speeches, he told you who the American Negro was. Malcolm came back from Africa and says, you and I are aborigines. He didn't say none of that in the beginning. He went over there and he became wise. He still had his religious convictions, still a Muslim. I don't think a lot of you really are getting what's going on. You have so-called black folks in Israel and the IDF who are out there killing Palestinians too. What is wrong with y'all? I listened to one of the Afro-Palestinians, original ones, who were talking, and they were pointing these things out, who are over there, who are being hunted down. That's why it's important to illuminate the self. You know, I could dig it. Some people are bored and the tenacity of it all, right? It's like, why would I want to be involved? Why would I want to do? Why would I join? Why? You know what? It's not by happenstance that they want to reduce the population over 7 billion. And they've been at it. They've been working at it. It ain't like they don't know what they're doing. Ain't none of y'all gonna stop nothing. The collective, there's no collective. You're not going to stop anything. I'm doing my best to be on my best behavior stating this. I don't like it. I don't like to see what's going on, things I've seen and witnessed. But all these things, it's all plays into exactly what's unfolding. You know? And regardless of the narcissists, the sociopaths, the psychopaths, regardless of them, most of you are not walking in your true caliber. I am not a messenger. I guess we're all prophetic in some way, form, shape, or another, but I'm no prophet. I'm only denying because I'm unaware of that. I remember things. What does that allude to? I see things, but there's no fear tactic that's going to remove that. There's no death that's going to stop that. The reality of it is there are other things in play. There are things, man. Y'all see that that couple that took a picture of the water, they were on a boat, and it looked like a dragon in the water? Did y'all see that? There's a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things. But what do you do? Do you meditate on that? Huh? There are a lot of individuals who are Native Americans don't like what I say. They don't deny me of who I am, but a lot of y'all, they won't accept me. I'm not saying you have to be. I'm just pointing it out. Me saying my family's names, Rice, Lees, this, that, Kaiser, Klein, whatever, right? They know that and more. It's unimportant, at least to me. I only utilize it for you guys so you can research your genealogy and find out as much as you can. I knew it before I started putting it on the internet, looking things up. They see all that. My service is off, so you won't hear from me probably, except for when I go live on the internet here or on the library or whatever, because I already stated what would need to be stated based on facts. Now, if they go in there and say, we found where you did make a payment, well, that'd be the system. That'd be somebody there putting it in, because my payment's always been there. You know, I'm not going to sit there and play the back and forth. I'm not going to do it. If they want to hold themselves to that, it's cool. Everything is paid for. It's like maybe some of them got peed off when I said, you know, a lot of you pay like your rent. You're not supposed to pay that with your earnings. That's already taken care of, but people don't know it because there's so much greed based on capitalism. And what is capitalism about? What is it steeped out of? who created it. You know, up in 1913, right? Everybody kept all their earnings. And then here they come with their plan. And that was to make everybody capitulate, to bend the knee, to bow down. And then that was the war. And then you have the crash. You know what I'm saying? The banks closed up, people's money and everything was gone. Then they had prohibition. It's all just, you know, it's a systematic stuff. Haven't seen that video of the dragon in the water? You haven't seen it yet? Yeah, they took a picture. They snapped the picture because they thought it was a log. It was a dragon that was watching them. There was a zombie attack on a ship. I forget. I don't know if it was real or not. But like, there are so many things going on. What's real and what's not. I'm gonna tell you like this: the life you're living is not real. Who you are. Look at chickens, right? I got that in there. Chickens see things that you cannot see because you're not in tune. Chickens see. They know when you're gonna kill them. They're sentient. Pigs will love you and never leave your side. Even if you would have died, they would probably die beside you not to eat. Y'all have no idea, because everything has been about gimme. I need. And it's a sad state, but I don't revel in that. I don't celebrate in that. It's just a reality. Like I said, I could have been nurtured to a point where I was a straight up sociopath, and I could have allowed the worst of me to come out. And I could have been seen for that, and I could have went to other venues in other ways, you know. Fortunately for me, that was a good thing. And unfortunately for me, it could be a bad thing. Right? I mean, who was I in a previous life? I told you I didn't get to live that long. Or maybe I got it misconstrued with timelines. I don't know. I saw 2 of my timelines. Yes, I did. I'm always thinking about it, where I see a little more. That's not everybody. I'm starting to think there are a few who've lived a long time. No fluoride on the pineal gland. The liver's not jacked up. Blah 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 blah. And you will never see who they are. Well, you haven't. You know. Maybe you have. I don't know who they are. Doesn't matter. Not to me. And anybody's doing what they're doing, they're not stopping nothing. Most times slow stuff down, but I think they've gone beyond that because they're in full act, you know? And is it mean? Is it mean or nasty for me to say I really don't care about the majority? I don't think so. It's just a few. All I care about are the few who are paying attention, who are getting it, who have a clear, they see what their opposition is. It's themselves. It matters not how they got there, unless they want to be more inquisitive, and I can dig it. You know, you don't have to be mean and nasty to get your point across. But can you be used when you're mean and nasty? Absolutely, you can be used. We're in the time when that is a very non-problematic thing, you know? Hey, Andy, what's up, brother? But you don't have to be part of it. It doesn't mean that you have to be docile and dumbed down. I think the majority of us were already there. I think the only other side, based on a certain time frame, whatever, is elevation, elemental arrival of the sentient existence. And I guess for them, that would be something to fear. I don't know why, because there's something bigger than all of us, and we're big along with it. when you pass on, have the best part of you for remembrance. Have the best part of you, and know that whatever has happened, it's another thing recorded. You know, you'll probably want to come back and make it right, but you won't remember everything when you come here because they stop it. They stop you remembering. They shoot the bait. They shoot you up with aluminums and stuff like that, and they are perfecting their inoculations. I guess I don't know. I mean, it's based on RFK and whatever everybody else is saying. You know. Hey, hola, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Chicago, stop carrying on like some bad person because a whole lot of young knuckleheads running around murdering one another and they get the bloodlust. That don't mean nothing. You're not going to fight no National Guard. Hell, you can't fight the abusive ass cops. So, I mean, like, stop listening to people say dumb things, okay? Stupid things. All right? Chickens, yes, they can see things. Most animals can see stuff that none of y'all can see. I mean, come on. And as far as the Somalis in Minneapolis, do your research, see what you come across. I mean, I'm just putting things out there to see that if you bite that or if you realize that it's unimportant. I'm sharing it because I think it's a good opportunity as a target situation. I don't really care. Y'all are not moving as a collective, so how are you going to stop anything? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to stop anything? You know? Righteous T, what's happening? April, man, I got you. Andy, I got you. Warren, I got you already, beloved. What's happening? You're not going to stop anything. If that was the case, then I guess my insight on what I see, maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's a lie to myself. I don't know. I just know I've seen it. I see it right now. I don't know if someone's putting it there. I don't have a clue. I just share it. When I say I have a story to tell you, I figured everybody would be important to hear it when the time is right. That's where it's at now. Everybody sees something different. Everybody sees something different. Everybody. Sadly, there's a lot of bad or ugly in the world, or whatever you want to call it. But how do you change it? How do you manifest something different? How do you shape something different? You've got to do it within. You've got to do it with yourself. All right? You got to be the better you. You know, you really, really have to be the better you. I cannot express that any deeper than that. And how do you get there? You can use some of the little techniques I learned. That's all over. Any of y'all download the Cashapp records and start reading it. I shared the videos, some videos on what some thoughts are about life. I put together a couple more. I just haven't uploaded them because there's no internet. Because my service went off like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Obviously, there's people who are listening who could change that. Are they going to? Probably not. What's that, bro? Yeah, it's right there, bro. Oh, I can hold it. I need the fob in here, but it'll cut off. Ain't that crazy? You take the $5 and what the heck? We standing right by it, man. I'm like, that's crazy, man. But I mean, I know that y'all can tell now by me saying it. I expect y'all to be the better you. That's all. I know. I had people say, "Oh, I went back and watched some videos, man. You was on fire." I think that was just me with a stretch. Attempted to make some people run and some people to stay, weaning out, right? That's not going to stroke. I don't have the ego like that. I don't have that kind of ego. That doesn't do nothing for me. You know what I mean? So, be the better you. Don't go around purposely or intentionally trying to harm or hurt anybody, because you're actually going to do more harm to yourself. Yeah, don't partake in it. There are those who are. All right? Now, it doesn't mean that you don't defend yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't put up a good fight. But be ready for what happens next. That's all I'm saying. That's not defeatist mentality. That's me saying they've been showing you that they've been preparing for this. And they've been using every country. And a lot of you are unaware of what's really going on outside. I'd rather be down in Costa Rica looking for family, relatives, hanging out with Kiramio sometimes, you know. No guns, no none of that. Whatever happens, happens. I know it's problematic because they're a group of individuals pushing for you to be slaves, whoever survives. You got to be the better you guys. I've got to be the better me. You know what I'm saying? I think some of you are getting that now. I think some of you have a clearer understanding about that. I know sometimes things seem lame or whatever, but a lot of you want things to be turned up. Well, yeah, you'll probably get that. And then again, you might go to sleep and not wake up and want to start it all over again. I think, you know how they tell you cats have 9 lives? Well, how old does a cat usually live, right? Let's do the math. I think it's been a message there. So if a cat has 9 lives, and I know they're saying if a cat dies, well, most times they live about 13 years, right? If you feed them raw diet, they can live up to 20. So if you do 20 times 9, right? What you got? I know it, but I'm just going to make sure you see it. About 180 years, right? 20 times 9. Yeah. So if 20 times 9 equals 180 years, that means a cat should live what? About 180 years. Dead, come back, dead, come back. You are supposed to live what? In this time frame, let's say, let's do the math like this. So you live 100 years, and you have 9 lives, you live to be 900 years, which is roughly about the time given for man and woman to live. Now I can supersede that. So when they're saying a cat has 9 lives, I think secretively they're playing with you, and you come back 9 times, maybe 10. After that, it's a wrap, and you're supposed to get it together, remember, and figure, so you can ascend and become that which you're supposed to be. I don't think on the other side you want vengeance, you want this. I don't think over there you want to. I think you have all these times to come back and fix everything, and they're stopping it and utilizing it for their pleasure. Who? I don't know. But think about it on the broader scale of things. Now watch how this gets around. I really want you to think about that. Reincarnation, right? A person or animal in whom a particular soul is believed to have been reborn, plural as in a noun, reincarnations. He is said to be a reincarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu, a new version of something from the past, the latest reincarnation of the hippie look, something that was once that came back again, whether it be a fad. I think reincarnation is a real thing, and it can be turned into myth, like most truths, to keep you away from it. Because if you see war, death, war, destruction, and death, that's trauma. It's traumatic. If you put into a system on the earth you belong to, and you have to pay, you be subjugated and considered homeless on a world. I mean, think about it. Muammar Gaddafi, Libya. It was said that the majority of people there was no homeless people. Then why are the vets walking around homeless out of their mind, but they want you to fight wars? There are so many things going on. IDF are having suicides and plenty of death in that war, which is not really a war, but a persecution, extermination, because they want to subjugate the world. So with all that being said, how can you learn about who you are? I'm only pointing it out. What makes the elite special and you not? Are they people? By the definition, or idea? I just want y'all really to think about some things. I mean, this is the kind of conversation I like to have. And I was thinking about setting up a podcast, but we'll wait when I pay the little one bill that I'm supposed to pay. And I'll set it up, I'll put it together, and hopefully many of you guys will come in and we'll sit down and have a conversation. I think it'd be something very, very powerful to discuss. Powerful for you, for some, and maybe not for others. But think about it. If I don't want you to know something and it's there, I might put it somewhere where nobody will think to look beyond it, and it's accepted for what it is. Cats have 9 lives because y'all always see them landing on their paws and jumping and doing things and flipping their vertebrae, and then we break down so early now. You know, back, knee problems, the all obese and processed food and all that stuff by design. Now your system's got PFAS and heavy metals and parasites. That didn't happen by happenstance. And if you don't live your full extent of your eternal existence in the physical, how can you find out if you don't know about the Akashic records, or the Book of Life, or ours, or anything else, the Hall, the Library of Life, you know, Egypt, whatever, here, or whatever. Everything's broken up and separated, and things are being brought back. I have a picture from 1819 of the elevated railroads, how we went from electric and steam to gas and coal. Did terraforming start early? The fact that they literally really killed all these female trees. Trees pollinate too. They have seeds, right? I mean, what's really going on? Do you need to be worried about that? Being worried about that, is that a kind of conflict of interest where you don't learn about yourself? And then in doing yourself, the majority of people only learn a genealogy based on land disbursement or the separation, you know, the desegregation from your truthful existence, so you can't realize who you are. These are things I think are very important to have a discussion about. You know? I think the youth would find it interesting. And I think it's the way we should carry ourselves. It was hard for me to keep up the little chambray of what I was doing. It was hard. Listen to me, y'all. It was hard to keep like the other way. I'm angry and all that. It was some truth, but it's not the way it had to come across. I was doing it because I really wanted to see what people think and thought. You know, how they, you know, their perceptions. I've gone beyond that now. I drew my last win on that, doing that. It's like, I know it emotionally it strikes people, it touches people wrong, and apologies. But I make no apologies for why. I think that there are individuals, like I stated with a friend of mine, I says, no, there are some converted Jews who are actually good people. And they really are. But you gotta know the difference, and most people don't want to study to know the difference. People want to accept the narrative put before them without knowing the truth and acclimate and move in that lie as if it's supposed to be like distilling the water. It's just, no. How many your shower heads, you see all that buildup, lime and all that crap. You think that's natural? Did any of y'all read about what they're using for your pee and poop water from the water treatment facilities to create a certain medicine, trazepine, whatever? Like they're really doing the most, and it's not about curing or healing. Sadly, at least what I think. But I'm not a whistleblower either. I have a little insight, and doesn't mean that it's all right. I'm always saying research it for. I've never went without saying research it for yourself. Don't take my word for anything. Like, do the research, see what you find. You might find nothing, and you might find something I never even came across. You know? Maybe they may feel like, well, he's waking them up. He has a very good tactical way of doing it. No, I don't. No. I think there is a penance that people need to pay. Is it right? I don't think it's right for me even to feel that way. Yet I still have those little lurking corners of an ideology, and now I'm not saying they're great or beneficial. I work to remove it. But think, Minneapolis, Somalis, they got to be smarter than that. Chickens, I wanted to use the fowl because it can see things you can't. And you can, but you can't. Chicago, hype it down. I mean, everything over there is down by like 20 and 30%, bro. Murders, carjackings, it's all down. Like, get out there and make the dollar, man. Get out there and make money. Get together and make money, man. Get into real estate or something. Don't be doing hard takeovers and murdering people for more money. The moment you make more, you're going to want more and more because it's never going to seem like enough. All right? Look at me. I get chump change to share things with a little insight and ask you to research it to find out. I'm not a teacher, so homework is paramount, indicative to who you are, and I'm all right. I know one thing, I got to get me a nap. because I got this interview and I want to be crispy clean. I'm not shaving. I'm going like this and introduce myself. And, hey, man. But I'm the kind of guy working to something like that. I'll probably wear a shirt, tie. I mean, that's just who I am. Serious, I'll be clean shaven and stuff. So we'll see. I know they say first impressions. First appearance is impression, right? Or whatever the statement is. No, I think that it doesn't mean that it's correct for everyone. I think that how you address situations, how you look at things, your background, what you've done, plays a very major role in how you're perceived and collaboratively how you come across and assist in certain venues. Other than that, you know, life is like a stick of butter, man. You can take a quarter of a tablespoon, or you can take a whole tablespoon, or you can use the whole stick. Hopefully you got a box with a whole nother 4 to 5 sticks. If you get where I'm coming from, you know what I mean? You take it, you throw it in the skillet, you mix it in the thing, it melts, it becomes part of it. It becomes part of the collective for whatever purpose, to cook the healthy fat. And then, you know, you do it again. Sometimes you gotta be that stick of butter, bro. And know that when you give away that tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, that's gone. You know what I mean? But you can get another stick of butter. You following me? All right. Anyway, I just came on to say that, guys. I mean, there's all kind of things to have a discussion about. But I am moving on so far from this, man. And that's what I want. But at the same time, I do enjoy being part of it. And I know it sounds crazy, but I do. Lesson learned. You know what I mean? And think about this. How many times have you been back? Or is it that with the numbers that they want to have, the numbers that come back, will it be a different society where everybody be nurtured in the fear, compliance, food, whatever it may be? Who knows? All right? Who knows? I think these are discussions that we should be having. It's good to know who you are, but I think this is where we're at. All right? I appreciate you, Andy. I'll see you guys later, all right?